The National Bambuco Festival began as homage to Saint John the Baptist, who was the saint from the old Christian Europe whose devotion was brought to America by the Spanish colonists. The fests were made official in the 18th century to acclaim La Jura, an oath of obedience and respect to the King of Spain. Back then, the celebration lasted 10 days, during which the people participated in several events, among them bullfights. At the time, St. John's Day was a rural fest celebrated in the countryside by families who usually spent the day at the riverside, where traditional Willancer rose was prepared. On the contrary, St. Peter's Day was a urban fest developed in the city with horseback rides, fireworks, aguardiente, sugarcane spirits, and a lot of music. Starting in 1960, the festivities have been strengthened with a rich and varied cultural offerings. Since then, the festival is a cultural heritage of the nation that is one of the better organized of the world.
There are two parades in the St. Peter's Festival, Aquatic and Fall Parade. The Fall Parade is a celebration that takes place every year in June. The people of Neiva and other towns in Huila like Gigante, Algeciras, Garzón, Pitalito and others go out to celebrate the St. Peter's Festival. Usually people take the streets to watch the parade of queens. The queens who don't wear special dress can go to the festival. In the parade, people dance, make horseback riding, take a lot of beer and aguardiente. Also, many people arrive from other cities of Colombia because this party is a very famous and important for our culture. People set off fireworks and listen many regional bands. If you are thinking to stay in the parade the next year, it's necessary to wear traditional hats and ponchos to show respect for that culture. The candidates for the Bambuco National Pageant move in their floats, which are decorated by the most important and traditional department, followed by bands, floats, and allegories of myth and legends. People who didn't go to the festival should have attended it. About the aquatic parade, it takes place in a beautiful setting on the banks of the Magdalena River. Hundreds of national and international tourists gather to watch the passage and the candidates on their parades that float in the river, especially decorated for the occasion.
Festival folkloric was created to calm the spirit that by the time the violence generated. This is the most important holiday that it is celebrated in the department in this capital, Ibagué. Throughout the month of May, events of the pre-festival like folkloric university pageant and baile of San Juanero Tolimense are made. In June start happening different activities for the festival. In 24th of June happened the municipal pageant of the folklore. Start with the parade of flowers by the monastery of the city. Later, were the queen accompanied who with musical groups and comparsas shared with the different assistants. Later, this pageant finalists were the candidate assigned to perform the choreography of the San Juanero very well, el contrabandista, who must have shown skill in the execution of the musical instruments. In 25 of June, the departmental pageant of the folklore is made, that during one day were the election and coronation of the departmental queen. Later, in 29 of June, the Night of Fantasy is made folkloric. That event is carried out in the stage Manuel Murillo Toro. In July, won the national pageant of the folklore, seeing this day where the Queen and their delegation give a sample of the best things of his department that finalized with the election and coronation of the national queen.
I'm going to talk about the parades in Festival San Join and Sanpedro. Exist two important parades. They are the Water Parade and the Fall Parade. The Water Parade it takes place in San Join and San Peter Party. It's on River Magdalene, where hundred Yulins and Tourists International they want to see the pageants and the beautiful women. It's a great festival. And the fall parade takes place on the main street on the city. The women are on the national bombers and they are parade and floats decorate with the most important symbols and their customers. They are followed by bands, costume drums, and allegorical representatives of the myths of the legends. In my opinion, I think the people who comes for these parades are very interested in our folklore. On these days, the people remember their customers that they want concert. In another point, the fireworks who people set off during the parades are very beautiful. The carnival is a religious tradition that celebrates an old Christian Europe devotion. I believe that the people who celebrate it have a lot of fun. And finally, I think that we have conserved our traditions because they are our root. We are our tradition. Okay, no more.